Hello Libra, welcome to your monthly reading for March. These are general readings, so they may not resonate with all of you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it does resonate, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It is greatly appreciated. At the end of the reading, I will pull a card from the Oracle of Fairies for you, so stick around for that. But let's get into it. What is going on with Libra's energy in March, please, and thank you. So this is you. This is what crosses you or your challenge for March. Your conscious energy, unconscious energy, your past, your future, attitude towards a situation, energy that surrounds you and you may not be aware of, hopes and fears, and the possible outcome of the situation. Interesting. You got some similar cards to both Aquarius and Gemini, so check those out if you have those in your chart or if you're associated with one of those signs. For your energy for March, you do get the Hanged Man. In this deck, it is called Suspension. So, seems like you are procrastinating on something, trying to view things from a different perspective or gain some insight into a situation by taking a break from things. For your challenge or what's crossing you, you do get the Eight of Swords. So I feel like you're doing this procrastination in order to figure out how you're going to get out of a situation that you kind of feel stuck or trapped in. But it's also like you're stuck in your own mind. So I don't know if this procrastination is really helping you unless you actually really focus on viewing things from a different perspective, because the perspective you have now is like you're trapped and there's no way out of the situation, but you kind of have to shift that in order to move forward. For your conscious energy, you do get the Seven of Pentacles. So evaluating where you are investing your time and energy, trying to figure out if where you are investing your time and energy, if you are seeing kind of the rewards that you have wanted or expected from what you've been investing in at this point. But again, trying to balance those expectations out at the same time. For your unconscious energy, you get the Ace of Swords. So again, trying to realize the truth of the situation. Because right now I feel like you think that you're trapped within something, but unconsciously deep down inside, you know the truth is that you are playing a part somewhat in this feeling or this thought of being trapped. But we'll clarify. For your past, this is interesting because Gemini also got this, so you have the Chariot. So you were feeling very determined, very driven, very ambitious towards overcoming something or achieving some sort of goal or dream that you had in the past. For your future energy, you get the Five of Swords. So some sort of conflict you're dealing with in the future there. I say this all the time, but Five of Swords is... The fives are always have like a little bit of a negative aspect to them. Five of Wands and Five of Swords both are kind of like a conflict type of energy, but the Five of Wands is more of like a competition, rivalry type of energy, and the Five of Swords is more of like a intimidation, like a bullying type of energy. So I don't know if someone's kind of putting you down or if you're kind of beating yourself up in the future, but we'll clarify. This is interesting here because for your attitude towards the situation, this was in the same placement for Aquarius, so check that out. You get the King of Pentacles. So feeling a need to, I feel like maybe step up your finances. I feel like you have a lot of wisdom, and I feel like you want to bestow that wisdom upon the people around you, as well as also kind of tap into that wisdom a little bit, because you are feeling trapped, but you are, like, I feel like you've gained a lot of knowledge through your experiences, so you know how to get out of the situation, but being able to tap into that knowledge is kind of what you're trying to do, I feel like, in the month of March. For the energy that surrounds you may not be aware of, you do get the Death card in this deck. It is called the Black Shuck. Maybe it's because death tends to scare people, but death does not mean actual physical death of somebody. I mean, it can, but most of the time it means transformation, a rebirth, a kind of growth of energy going on around you. I feel like you yourself are transforming, but also the energy around you is kind of transforming and shifting into a different type of energy. And maybe you're trying to kind of shift with that. For your hopes and fears, you get the Strength card. So having to overcome fears, I feel like that's what you're hoping, but again, you're fearful of it because it is they are things that you fear. And also having to overcome and look at the deeper parts of yourself that maybe you avoid looking at times, maybe parts of yourself that need to be healed, having to show yourself grace and compassion as well as also the people around you. And then this is interesting as well because you get the Knight of Cups. The Gemini Tarot reading also got the Knight of Cups for their outcome as well, so check that out. So again, getting in touch with your intuition, your emotions. This could be you being a little bit too idealistic, maybe daydreaming your way out of your current situation that you feel stuck in instead of actually trying to make progress into the escape from whatever you feel like you are in that you don't belong in. But let's get into the clarifications. We'll start off with the Hanged Man for your energy for March, Libra. Okay. For the Hanged Man, you get the Ace of Pentacles, the Fool, the Three of Swords. Interesting. I feel like you're waiting for a new beginning. Like, this new beginning is something that you're manifesting and something that you want. It's interesting because, like, the Fool is, like, such a free feeling, like, a vitality of, like, innocence and, like, being freed of burdens and responsibilities. And then you have the Eight of Swords on top of that, which is, like, all about being, like, constricted and burdened and, like, trapped. So in order, I feel like, for you to have this new beginning, you're waiting for something to end. Even though that ending will be painful, I feel like you know it needs to happen in order for you to move on. And I feel like you're almost kind of excited for it. But then again, I feel like you're waiting to maybe take action towards that ending because maybe you don't want to hurt somebody. But I feel like that's what's in your best interest. I feel like maybe feel like you're trapped in the situation because you don't want to hurt somebody, or you also don't want to feel that hurt and that pain from that loss. But let's clarify this Eight of Swords. What's going on with this Eight of Swords that's crossing Libra in March? For the Eight of Swords, you get the Five of Wands, the High Priestess, the King of Wands. Okay, so there's that conflict. Another form of conflict, a less intense form as the Five of Swords. But I feel like this is a conflict within your intuition. I feel like the unknown is kind of what's bugging you because you're not sure if, like, you were to continue on this path, if it's something, like, you feel trapped by it now, but you're not sure if you were to continue with it, if it would kind of flourish into something better, if it would be, like, a better outcome, or if it's just, like, a rough patch that you're going through. So I feel like that's your struggle right now, is you're trying to think about, is it just a rough patch, or is this just, like, not where I'm meant to be? Is this not where I see myself in the bigger picture of my life? And I feel like in order for you to move past this, you have to be the one to take charge and take lead and either end the situation or continue moving forward. But if you're going to continue moving forward, you can't have this feeling or this thought that you're trapped within the situation and that it's outside of your control, because you have to realize that this is within your control, and whether you decide to stay or go, that is your decision. But you have a lot of conflicting feelings based on that, and it's conflicting within you as well. A lot of conflicting feelings within your intuition, your gut instinct. which is interesting. Because I feel like your gut is telling you one thing at one time, then your gut is telling you another thing at another time. Let's clarify the Seven of Pentacles for your conscious energy. Okay. For the Seven of Pentacles, you get the Seven of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Six of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, you're protective over the situation because you have devoted a lot of time and energy into it already. You've made the commitment to this person. It seems like at some point there was a pretty good equal give and take, or I feel like maybe you are very generous with this person or they're very generous with you. There's the scales and the Six of Pentacles here because that represents balance, which is all about you, Libra. You know, the scales, that is your sign there. So you're very protective over this relationship or whatever you've got going on because of how much time you've devoted to this person or this job. Take it as it resonates. Let's clarify the Ace of Swords here for your unconscious energy. Okay. For the Ace of Swords, you get the Nine of Cups, the Two of Wands, the Strength card. Yeah. So I feel like you're taking a deep look within. Your unconscious is at least telling you to take a deep look within to really figure out what emotionally resonates with you and to make plans according to what emotionally resonates with you deep down inside. And in order to do that, you're going to have to overcome some fears, and kind of embody this brave energy, because taking a deep look within can sometimes be scary. Because sometimes the things that we thought we wanted end up not being the things that we actually truly want. And when we've devoted so much time and energy into something that we think we thought we truly wanted, and then we come to the realization after doing a lot of introspection that that's not actually what we really want, and having to shift direction and kind of feeling like you're betraying a part of yourself, maybe that once thought that this was what you wanted. I don't know. That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting from that. Let's clarify the Chariot for your past energy. For the Chariot, you get the Death, the Empress, the Ace of Cups. Okay. I feel like this was another transformation that happened to you where I feel like you let yourself become a little bit more feminine, a little bit more compassionate, a little bit more empathetic. And I feel like maybe this was the start of, maybe this is the relationship that you're in now, of somebody that you really started caring about and having a lot of love for. The Death card could represent a Scorpio, if you are associated with them. But it feels like they gave you a lot of drive and a lot of ambition, or filled you with a lot of inspiration and a lot of hope. Let's clarify the Five of Swords for your future energy here, Libra. Okay. For the Five of Swords, you get the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, the Five of Swords. So 2 Five of Swords on top of each other, that's definitely a lot of conflict. I feel like you are trying to, in the future, you're trying to approach that conflict with like a down-to-earth, like salt-of-the-earth vibe. But at some point you realize that there's no kind of talking your way out of the situation or reasoning with this person, and you're having to emotionally disconnect from it. But even that is causing some conflict within you as well. I feel it's almost like, I don't know, I don't want to say be like, you've been like brainwashed or anything, but I feel like they've kind of tricked you in a way into thinking that you are maybe less than what you actually are. Like they've convinced you to start beating your own self up now, because they've maybe have started kind of talking down to you a little bit, and then you start talking down to yourself and maybe thinking they're right, and then you start emotionally disconnecting from yourself, and not showing yourself as much love and compassion as you deserve. But I feel like you are coming to the realization in the future here that you do deserve much more, and that you do deserve a lot of love and compassion, and you are worth so much more than whatever the situation is and whatever person or situation is that is kind of dragging you down in the future. And I feel like somewhat within your kind of current situation as well. Let's clarify the King of Pentacles for your attitude towards the situation. Okay. For the King of Pentacles, you get the 9 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I don't know. I feel like this is a whole lot of earth energy there, so I don't know if this has to do with work. I haven't got a lot of that throughout the reading. I feel like you're very successful in your job and your work. I feel like you have a good collaboration of people that you are working with. I don't know if something is changing within that, or you want to make some changes within that. It seems like you are very financially stable, and I feel like that's kind of like, maybe that's your grounding point, is your work. Is like, I'm good at this. I'm going to go back to this when I feel maybe not as good in other areas of my life. Let's clarify the Death card. That's great. That's too many cards, y'all. Bear with me. Okay. Alrighty. We got it. Okay. Alright, let's clarify the Death card. We'll take that one, since it popped out twice. Alright. Okay. For the Death card, you get the 10 of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the 3 of Cups. Okay. So I feel like there's a lot of energy around you of kind of changing of traditions, of changing of, with the 10 of Pentacles here and the 3 of Cups, maybe shifting energy within your friend and family group, of manifesting and transforming that energy into something else, something better, something new, maybe a stronger level of ties with one another and being a stronger support system for one another. It feels like when someone realizes that someone is going through a tough time, that either somebody within that group comes rushing in and it's like, we got you, like, we're going to handle the situation, no need to worry, we got your back. Either that may be you or somebody else within the group, but I feel like it may be somebody coming in once they kind of realize what you're going through and kind of helping you towards this transformation that you kind of need to go through. Let's clarify the Strength card for your hopes and fears. Yeah. For the Strength card, you get the 10 of Swords, the Judgment card, the Ace of Swords, yeah. So having that courage, having that bravery to be able to overcome this ending is in your hopes. Again, it's in your fears because it is going to be painful. But again, realizing that if you stay within this dynamic that you feel trapped in, that later on down the road, it's this feeling or this thought of feeling trapped is not going to go away. And your time on this earth is finite. So being able to overcome this moment, even though it is painful, will bring you a lot more happiness and growth and fulfillment in the long run. Let's clarify the Knight of Cups for your possible outcome here, Libra. Okay. For the Knight of Cups, you get the Tower, the 8 of Swords, the Knight of Cups. Okay. So I feel like that is you finally releasing and letting go of this energy of feeling trapped within this situation. I feel like you've got a lot of love for this person or the situation, And I feel like you are such like a lover boy or lover gal that sometimes you can get caught up in that, caught up in like this partnership energy. But finally letting the tower crumble and realizing that it was meant to crumble for a reason, so you can finally kind of feel free. And then you get back into your energy of the Knight of Cups again, where you are like not letting this dissuade you from your hope in love and your hope in, life in general. Still like being artistic and creative, and still wanting to offer that love to other people, even though maybe something didn't work out for you. But I feel like once you let the tower crumble, it will kind of set you free. Let's get a card from the Oracle of Fairies for you, Libra. What do the fairies want Libra to know in March, please? And thank you. Hope. Hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. I feel like that's what you're trying to do at the end of March here. Alright, I'm going to read a little bit from here. Exactly the first page about that. Alright. The Fairy of Hope flies in to remind you to believe in hope, for it's the key to the door that can lead you away from your current predicament. No matter how hopeless things may seem, if you look deep inside your heart, your spiritual heart wisdom will reveal a glimmer of hope, and this can lead you to a brighter future. This fairy tells us to always stay full of hope, because positive thoughts and beliefs can literally change our future. Remaining hopeful while those around you are full of doubt and negativity can be extra challenging, but remember that hope comes from deep within in our hearts and is an excellent habit to cultivate. Heart wisdom and hope will see you through whatever is going on for you and those around you right now, so have courage and trust. The Fairy of Hope walks hand in hand with peace and miracles. All right, that's great energy. Great way to end the reading. I really hope this helped, Libra. That's all I have for you for March, and have a wonderful rest of your day.